Audio Mantra here.
Was good.
What up? This week we're doing an episode of Controversy T, where we're gonna talk about
Hint the T.
Exactly. We're gonna talk about some topics like Quavo Huncho, that album that came out, specifically the track Huncho Dreams, where he talks about Nicki Minaj and an alleged fling that he had with her, kissing and telling. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a no.
And if we don't get too angry, we might talk about, Ye's visit.
We know how I got the last time.
Ye's visit.
We'll see.
To suck on Trump's, to go visit the White House. So, Quavo came out with an album called Quavo Huncho.
Garbage.
It was 19 tracks of trash.
It was too many tracks.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. Like, listen, I know that I might not have, like, the ear for that trap / type, like, new flow type of music.
It's more,
but
Latin-based style.
I'm just giving you my, like, if niggas can say that they don't like regular rap and y'all call regular rap trash, then I could call that trash. If that's how I feel about it. I didn't like it.
I thought it was garbage.
Yeah.
Like, there was just, I don't even know, like, the effort he put into it just felt very, very rushed. It had no, it just made no sense at all. A lot of his bars were just all over the place. They didn't really resonate with me. His ad-libs were corny as fuck. It was bullshit. I was just very, very disappointed. But yeah, that shit was garbage. Like, damn. I couldn't even finish it. It was so bad. I've never felt that way with now. But like, at least I give it a shot. But I was literally skipping songs and then skipping 30 seconds into it and being like, this is still trash. Like, just
skip Bayless.
Until I was at the end of that. Even the song with, did he have a song with Drake on there?
Or he did have a song with Drake.
That was crap too.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man.
So anyway, nobody's really talking about the Quavo album and how good it was.
No.
One thing that people are talking about off the album is a song, Huncho Dreams, where he allegedly talks about a fling that he has with Nicki Minaj and how Nicki Minaj is on his dick.
Yeah,
and
how he piped her and made her scream and shit.
Let me tell you what I feel about that song, and it's just about that message in general. Like, I had to look up, like, if Nicki Minaj was coming at him for some reason, but it doesn't seem like Nicki was coming at him at all. And I don't know if there's some behind the scenes stuff that's going on, but for what it looks like right now, it just looks lame. As if you asking me as a dude, I feel like it looks lame that if you did smash, it seems like you're just talking about it for clout. And it seems like you're just talking about it because you have an album coming out.
Yeah.
So you're trying to be cool because, oh yeah, I fuck Nicki Minaj, like, la la la. And you're just trying to get brownie points. Yeah. Like, for me, you don't get brownie points like for that. I feel like that's the dude at high school who is showing the nudes off that some girl from the school texted him. And he's like, oh, look, everybody, like, I'm cool because I got these, I got this.
Yeah, it was a lame move. And it's like, and even if he did do that and stuff like that, I don't think it's appropriate to air that business out.
Yeah.
And
no kiss and tell.
No, you don't. And it's just, it's corny. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, you don't do that.
Like,
and and not for nothing, like, I've never been a Nicki fan, and I'm not saying this because I'm defending Nicki. I just feel like as a man especially in this day and age, like, you shouldn't use sex in terms of like the Me Too movement. You shouldn't use sex or any type of sexual power to like demean a woman. I think that's played out.
And further yourself.
Yeah,
make
whether
yourself make yourself think you're looking better, but you're really not.
Exactly.
If anything, I thought you looked even more dumb.
Exactly.
Like, you looked as dumb as your album cover.
Yeah, so we don't support that. Like, if that's what this is right now, we don't support that. Nah. Like, you shouldn't be trying to bring down women by letting the world know you had sex with her or you bust on her face or whatever the hell it is that you were saying on it. Like, we don't know how much is true, how much is directed at Nicki, but it seemed like a lot was.
Exactly.
So, like, Nicki, do your thing.
I wonder if it has to do with the part, because, Offset's with Cardi.
Yeah.
So, like, I wonder if their beef has, like, trickled down into the rest of the Migos and stuff, which I hope it's not, because I think that's corny if it is. Like, keep that shit separate. Because y'all have done projects with Nicki and stuff like that. So, it's like, to do work with her, too, and then, like, kind of just out of the blue, like, clap at her like that is just like, whoa. Like, you're dumb. Like,
exactly. And that's what I was saying. Is like, it just seemed like there was no reason to kiss and tell.
No.
And even if there was a reason,
no one fucking cares. No one. I don't.
Exactly. We don't care if you bought her a Chanel purse.
No, exactly. Just make a better album. That's what you need to focus on. Making better music. That shit. Woo. I feel like a 5-year-old could have wrote a better album.
Yeah. Wait, is he not 5?
Exactly.
I don't know.
No, I think he's 3.5.
Next topic. So, Ye visited the White House, met with Donald Trump. The meeting was stupid. Like, I felt like he was going all over the place. He wasn't really being direct about what. I feel like he was going all over the place. I feel like he wasn't being direct about certain points. And like, I was kind of hearing some of the points he was making, but I also felt like that craziness or whatever it was that's going on with him was taking over a lot.
Definitely.
Like, bro, like when one of the reporters asked him, like, oh, like you so famously said George Bush don't like black people, so what makes you think that, like, people say that Trump is a racist, and like what makes you think that he does, like he cares?
Exactly.
And he basically went off on a tangent. It didn't seem like a direct answer. Like at the end of that question, I felt like asking the question again. Like, nigga, like
someone
what?
should have. That reporter should have been like,
yeah.
So let me rephrase this.
Yeah. And there was a lot more, but Jay, go ahead. What do you got to say about that?
You know it's bad when Donald Trump's looking at you like you're crazy. Mm-hmm. And I definitely caught that vibe. Like Donald Trump's face a lot of the times was just kind of like,
this man's smart. Like,
oh my god, it was, for me, it was like my blood was boiling watching it, just because to be a black man, a black artist with such a platform, and to go into the White House wearing the hat, saying it makes you feel like Superman when you put it on, and then trying to talk about prison reform. What was he coming to? Prison reform, jobs in America, and stuff like that. But you didn't even really hit on those issues. You mainly made it about your fucking self.
And speaking on, if I could interject, speaking on the making jobs more accessible in America, he was going on about, you know, taking factories out of like China and putting factories here. But my thing is like, you're gonna put factories here for what? So niggas can make Yeezys and make shit that you sell? It doesn't sound like you're wholeheartedly trying to do shit for people. It's at the end of the day, like what the fuck you were talking about, it really seemed like it was gonna benefit you at the end.
Hands down.
Adidas to put factories here to make what? To make Yeezys. Like nigga, not for nothing. You act like these factories are gonna be paying people a wage. And like, listen, any wage is better than nothing legally.
True.
But you act like these factories and these billion, trillion-dollar companies like Amazon or like whatever companies that we shall not name are actually giving people enough so that they can make a living off of. Like, people working for these billion-dollar or whatever the fuck trillion-dollar companies are still struggling and probably still are looking at other ways to make money, whether it be legal or not.
Yeah, and there's a reason why they manufacture in other countries too, because they know they can get cheap labor. So as far as like bringing that to America, so you just gonna bring like more cheap labor here, or you're gonna potentially bring jobs? But let's think about Americans. One thing about us, I'm just gonna say it, if we don't feel like it's like paid enough and stuff like that, I don't think a lot of Americans are even gonna sign up for that job. So what's the point of bringing something over here where we're gonna feel like, what the fuck kind of job is that? Like, I'm not working for that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But let me get back, because I was very, very disappointed. This was my last chance with him, and he ruined it. He blew it. I deleted his albums. I wasn't fucking playing. Shit was real. Because his platform and the things that he went up there and said were just like, one thing that really stood out to me and it really like was like, this motherfucker right here. He said fucking how the prison rates jumped up during the 80s and 90s. And he said that it was due to the government shutting down a lot of mental facilities. Which, you know, I'm not gonna say that didn't help.
But you must have never heard of Ronald Reagan.
Thank you. We didn't hear of the war on drugs, terrorizing black families, putting crack into the hoods. That wasn't the reason for that shit. Like, we just gonna totally act like that doesn't exist. And that's why. And then for him to say, oh, well, most blacks are Democrats because of the fucking welfare system, nigga, really? So you're saying that we're only Democrats because we want to stay on welfare, we don't want better for ourselves? There's a lot of people on welfare who don't want to be on welfare, but they don't have any other choice. And yes, they're trying to work, yes, they're trying to provide for their family and do what they can, but they still can't really get to where they need to be, so they have to rely on the government. But to say that that's why we're stuck in like this place because we're Democrats, because we want these benefits from the government and shit like that. Democrats don't give a fuck about us either. Neither do the Republicans. So it's not about whether you choose, you know, whether you're Democrat, Republican, liberal. Like, don't try to cover up shit with like false facts.
Also, one thing I don't like is when majority or whites anybody in that upper echelon says that their tax dollars goes to pay welfare. Nigga, everybody's tax dollars goes to pay welfare. And as a black community, sometimes our fucking tax dollars don't go anywhere where we fucking support. So it's like everybody's money's intermingled and going different fucking places. We're all supporting each other.
Yeah.
You know,
and
so
black people aren't the only ones on fucking welfare. I get that he needs help. Yes, he does need help. Get help and all that stuff. But like I said in the last time, I'm done making a pass for that because he knows that he has a mental issue.
Yeah.
He has enough money to go and get the help that he needs. He chooses not to. There are people in his circle who choose to ignore his antics and make it seem like it's okay, and that's the fucking problem.
Yo, when
us keep saying, "Oh, he's just crazy. Oh, he just needs help."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we get that, but now that's done. So whether you, if you don't get help, like nigga, I don't want to hear nothing you got to fucking say. Don't get up on there trying to represent black people. Nigga, you is cut, your black heart is revoked. You is fucking Tiger Woods in this motherfucker. Like you ain't fucking shit.
Even Trump.
I will kill your fucking
nigga, even Trump, when Kanye was like, man, I want to go over there and give you a hug. Trump was like,
exactly.
Are you sure?
He said, you sure it's good for your rep, man?
But listen, anyway.
He was like, are you sure, house
like,
nigga?
Sure? You know, speaking on like, you know, these type of topics, you know, Kanye wanted Kaepernick to come to visit the White House with him. So I just wanted to, like, I want to move away from Kanye, but I do want to talk about the recent signing of Kaepernick with Nike. Like, we never really spoke about that. I would like to know what you think about that. Because what I think about it is, like, it's hard, because it's a positive thing in a way, but it's also hard to think about it as a fully positive thing. Because, again, Nike is a corporation, and with this move, they make money off that. You know, since announcing the deal, Nike sales have boosted, you know, and it's just like, you know, like if it didn't come with that, if it didn't come with the sales, would you still be helping a brother out? You know what I mean?
I think that they probably still would have done it because I think for them to even make the decision as a company to stand or, you know, sign him in and stand by him, that was a risk in itself. Because yes, they're thinking, okay, ultimately, like, this should help the sales, but there is a chance that this could backtrack and not help sales. And this could turn against them. But I think that...
You know why I would say not? Because niggas know niggas buy Nikes. Whether it's Jordans, like I feel like they know their core is minority. I feel like they know their core is black. You know?
True.
So that's why I'm kind of like, was y'all really...
Yeah, but not all niggas buy Nikes, though. Like, you can't just... Because even if it was just that and they lost if they only got just black sales, they would lose a lot of money.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying 100% of their sales are black, but I feel like enough of their sales are black for them to make a decision where, like, well, like, what's the worst that could happen? I don't think it's going to be like, you know... Like, y'all white motherfuckers can burn y'all dad's shoes if you want. Like, ain't nobody burning the motherfucking SB Dunks, nigga. Like,
I mean, but yeah, it was definitely probably like a capitalist move. But I feel like in the current state of society, whether they profit off it or not, I'm still happy that they did it. Just because it just makes that statement and it makes it known that we are passionate about this. We do feel like there's an injustice in our society. And, you know, when you have your president saying, you know, those sons of bitches, they shouldn't be, you know, playing, or they just need to shut up and dribble and shit like that. So for them to take that, whether they're making money off it or not, whatever, I'm happy that Colin's making money off of it. I'm happy that his message is still getting pushed out there and people are understanding that. So it's like, you know, I'll take it. I don't care. I'm fine with it.
You're right. And that's why I say, like, it's hard.
I'll drink that water with a little salt. That's cool.
Fuck it. Yeah. But yes, that was Controversy T. Check it out on our YouTube channel, audio.mantra. Follow us on Instagram at audio.mantra. Follow us on Twitter at audio_mantra. All right? I've been Jason.
Jatea.
And that's it. Fuck with us, all right?
Follow us. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree with what we're saying, if you disagree.
I don't want to hear no disagreements, son.
No, I do, because I would love to have an educated debate with your ass.
Yeah, nigga.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Woo!
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Later.
Bring the heat. Bitch, I got the sticks for the heat in the fire. I don't know where that was going.